to Kiss My Comics, and today is the Happy Birthday John Henry special! Happy birthday, John Henry.
Aw, thanks. I got older. I'm 28 now.
And he shaved his head.
Because I'm balding!
No.
I'll never be blonde and pretty again.
I thought you were a redhead.
Red down here, blonde up here.
Sick.
My hair used to be very, very pretty.
Oh, also, I made him some Star Trek Next Generation cupcakes. Ta-da!
Bam!
That's a special one. I didn't do as well as Ro would on Nerdy Nummies, which you guys should all check out because she is a goddess.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna make a wish.
Yes! Sniggity snigs. Yay! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have something also to tell you besides that it's John Henry's birthday. I didn't read my comics this week. Let me tell you why really quick. One, I had to make cupcakes and cake. Two, tire popped, changed my tire, and then after I changed my tire, the battery died, and then I had to do the battery thing, and then I had a shower for you, so I didn't read my comics. But I'm still going to tell you about what you should be reading anyway, and I'm just going to let John Henry start.
Yeah, it's pretty much gonna be The John Show.
The John Show!
I've never filmed an episode of The John Show with my clothes on. Okay, starting with this week's only installment of the Death of the Family continuing crossover. This one being Detective Comics. This pulls in Poison Ivy and Clayface, and Poison Ivy pulls her, like, you know, seductress thing on Clayface to, like, basically, you know, get him as muscle, and kind of breaks his heart, and I, like, actually teared up a little bit. It was very sad for Clayface. Psychotic villains have hearts too. Really, though, just broke my tiny black heart. And next, Avengers #1 from Marvel Now. This is really fun. Basically, like, there's a new, like, global Avengers initiative that gets called upon. A bunch of villains go and terraform Mars and make it green, and then start shooting terrapotting, like, things through.
Earth-making orbs? Creation orbs.
Yeah, little creation orbs to Earth to, like, change the atmosphere and remake man, like, in their own image. And the Avengers go and try to fight them, and a bunch of other stuff, basically get their asses kicked.
Origin bombs.
But it's basically the start of a new, like, big global Avengers thing, and the end is, like, Steve Rogers, like, calling them all to arms, you know? Avengers Assemble.
And Tony Stark.
Yes. Stark is there as well. And, are you gonna... Should I wait, or...
No, let me tell everyone what you're supposed to be reading. Okay, guys, here's what I bought this week, and I'm gonna be reading. You guys, Witch Doctor. This is Witch Doctor #1, Malpractice. This is going to be, this is the second bit of awesomeness from Witch Doctor. I met the writers at Comic-Con, kind of cool and everything. Because this has the little Skybound logo. Thank you, Robert Kirkman. It's going to be rad. We should read it. Hawkeye, #5. This is part 2 of the tape. So we all know that there's probably something really dirty on there that Hawkeye did, and so they're like, you better give this tape back because you're going to be in big trouble, and he's like, I got this. So we're going to see what happens with the tape. Also, who loves Rotworld? Who loves Rotworld?
She does.
I do. So this week we have Swamp Thing, and we got Animal Man, so we got to keep up with Rotworld and read these guys. Alright. That is what I will be reading.
That is everything Danielle did not read today.
I didn't read it.
Next, more Deadpool, still killing undead presidents. Still the funniest comic on the market, probably.
My comic on my to-read list.
That's right, that's hers. Next, Uncanny Avengers #2. What I failed to mention about #1, maybe because I'm a little slow at times, is that it's basically a new Avengers team made up of half X-Men, half Avengers, to show that they can work together after A vs. X. And it's quite good. Red Skull has stolen Charles Xavier's brain
No.
to use it to rule the planet.
What happened to Xavier's head? Is it just empty?
Yeah, because in Avengers vs. X-Men, I can finally talk about it since it's been a while, Professor Xavier's dead again. So they steal the body, cut open his head, take out his brain, and now Red Skull, Eternal Reich, blah blah blah, lives for 1,000 years. Those crazy Nazis. Next, Thunderbolts #1. I have not been too familiar with the Thunderbolts since they formed after Civil War, but it's basically General Ross, hates Bruce Banner because Bruce Banner loves his daughter, is the Red Hulk, and he's going around recruiting everyone to make this team, which was confusing to me because I thought they were already a team. Yes, I do not always know what I'm talking about.
But the Punisher's in this one. He wasn't he not the one before?
Yes, the main thing is him recruiting the Punisher, and then it's like flashes of backstories with all the other guys. And the Punisher is still a badass.
Cool.
Done by Steve Dillon, who did he's done a bunch of Punisher stuff, and he's doing this. Next, sorry, cupcakes. Next, all new series called I Love Trouble by Image. This series is very, very fun, but in particular, it's one of those stories where the art is just so good and so unique and so fresh that every single page is absolutely gorgeous, and every page is a work of art in itself. It's not just panel, 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 panel. Every page is unique, and it's really, really good. Like this comic made me very happy today. I recommend it, and it's even like, it's not on like super gloss paper, it's on like rough, almost like construction paper. So it
smells great. Yes!
It does. It smells really good. So watch for this series and purchase it. Next, so this is weird. So that's the guy from Goodfellas and Casino. The guy he like stereotypically like plays like the gangster. And the main character in this book was modeled after him. And this is all done by one guy, Alan Robert, wrote and drew and lettered and everything. And it's basically like this guy, gangster, is locked up in prison and trying to figure out his backstory while getting in a fist fight with this guy that's in the cell with him. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like you think it's just going to be like a mobster crime story, and then all of a sudden there are zombies everywhere.
Oh!
Didn't really see that coming. There you go. It's very fun. But yeah, took a big left turn there with the zombies.
Sweet.
And apparently it's going to be a continuing series, also #1.
Why don't we love this book yet?
Okay, then this week's Why Don't You Love This Book Yet? I'm doing Sin City.
Scary stuff.
Have you never read Sin City? It's amazing. When Sin City the movie came out 8 years ago, that's what got me back into comic books. True story. I went and I bought all the Sin Cities, and there's only 7 of them. And then now, 8 years later, I have 2 bookcases full of graphic novels. And this series pretty much changed my life for the better.
Wow.
I love Sin City because Frank Miller, it's like his baby. He writes and he draws it. I love stories that do that, just like The Goon and Hellboy. And it's all black and white, and just same thing. Every single page is just super beautiful. I don't know if this is going to work, but every page is fantastic.
I'm willing to break the spine on this
Every panel is great, and absolute just work of art. And it's very quotable. Every line is just so good and just so metal. And it's a fantastic series. Buy it. Buy them all, read them all, love them all, and then watch the movie if you haven't watched the movie. Hopefully Sin City 2 will be done before I'm dead.
I bet it will.
And that is my birthday spewing
Golf claps.
for the week. Daniel baked for me.
I did!
Pretty awesome.
Star Trek! So, thank you for joining us on John Henry's birthday. Go read some comics. Go live the nerd life. Hit subscribe. Okay, bye.
Thanks, guys.